Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steve Fletcher, CEO of McNally. Thank you all for coming. Isn't it a great time to be a part of the auto industry? There have been so many incredible innovations and advances that have continued to proliferate this business. Major strides in safety, electric cars that are fun to drive and desirable to own, my favorite, high horsepower cars that also get good gas mileage, and perhaps most significant of all, self-driving cars in the not too distant future. I also love the advances being made to in-car electronics, wonderful entertainment systems that are highly interactive and much easier to operate than in the past. Cars that are connected and provide easy access to information, directions, and streaming music, hands-free calling, and now hands-free texting to overcome a major source of driver distraction, and even collision and lane departure warnings, just to name a few. These are great advances that make it more enjoyable to spend time in the car and also make the drive much safer. But as wonderful as these things are, there's a problem. Not everyone has access to them. Cars with these advanced electronics tend to be expensive. And while we'll see these features show up in more and more mainstream cars, the majority of the vehicles throughout the world simply don't have these things. There are roughly 250 million cars and light trucks in the US and 1.2 billion worldwide that only have basic radios or nothing at all. Furthermore, while there is a great deal of attention being paid to in-car electronics these days, something that we now know is high on buyers' purchase criteria list, the vast majority of the cars that ship in the US and worldwide come with only AM/FM radios. Sure, some of them are dressed up with small LCD displays, but they don't include the cool stuff that I mentioned a moment ago. Wouldn't it be great if everyone had access to cutting-edge technology without having to buy an expensive luxury car? And I'm not talking about a small subset of what's out there. I'm talking about the full experience that we now see being advertised on TV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that day has come. I am very proud to introduce you to the world's first dashboard tablet designed for making the drive more engaging, entertaining, and safe. It provides advanced connected car features for a small fraction of the cost of a new or used car with a sophisticated entertainment system. We call it OverDrive.
This car can play music from the internet. It can make phone calls. It can read text messages and responses, all hands-free. It can record the road ahead, even provide collision warnings. It can see what's behind when it's backing up. It can give accurate spoken directions to restaurants, coffee shops, post offices, 24-hour dry cleaners, opera houses, and monster truck rallies. This car can read podcasts and audiobooks. It can call up tech news, stock prices, celebrity gossip, and dog show results. It can monitor its own fuel efficiency and tire pressure. This car is connected. This car is state-of-the-art. This is your car, connected and upgraded. This car has ran McNally OverDrive, and so does this one, and this one. OverDrive is a dashboard tablet that brings the technology features of your everyday life into your everyday car, turning an ordinary drive into a luxury car experience, all without having to change your license plates. Shift your car into OverDrive.
Everything about OverDrive was designed with the driver in mind. It provides simple and intuitive access to a voice-controlled smart assistant, hands-free calling and texting, music from drivers' favorite sources, audible news, weather, traffic, and sports, forward collision warnings, a dash camera, and an available backup camera, customizable gauge clusters and vehicle information, available tire pressure monitoring, award-winning trip planning and navigation, an FM radio, an FM transmitter, and available roadside assistance and accident notification. Our goal for OverDrive was to capture all of the goodness found in luxury car electronics and entertainment systems and provide them to everyone in a user-friendly, affordable package. It comes in 3 sizes, 7, 8, and 10-inch, and we're showing the 7-inch here today. Let's take a closer look. OverDrive was designed for safe in-car use. We built an elegant, user-friendly display that provides access to key items at a glance so drivers can keep their eyes on the road and their hands on the wheel. The 6 categories on the main menu are the window to the kind of things that drivers would want to do while driving. Notice also in the lower left-hand corner of the screen is a microphone icon. This icon, which is always present no matter what screen you're on, and also the hard button on top of the unit, will bring you to our Smart Assistant, which lets you answer calls and texts, launch applications, and control the device with your voice so you can keep your hands on the wheel. And to make it even safer, we've included a car mode, which limits what drivers have access to while the device is attached to the mount. So for example, we don't want them watching YouTube or Netflix while they're driving. Next, let me tell you about our cool magnetic mount. We've provided drivers with an easy way to bring the device in and out of their cars without having to hassle with cords or connections. We've also provided commercial-grade GPS circuitry in the mount to ensure the best possible connection to GPS satellites. We also have a battery-saving, low-power GPS chip in the device, like you would your cell phone or your regular tablet. But to help ensure that we give people a reliable connection, we wanted to go beyond the low-power solution and give you a commercial-grade GPS antenna and circuitry. There are 3 ways to connect OverDrive to your in-dash audio system, so you can play music, listen to phone calls right through your car's radio and speaker system. The first is an FM transmitter, and this is a high-quality, robust transmitter, unlike some of the inexpensive devices that have been around for a while. We get a good wireless connection to your in-car stereo. However, some cars are prone to interference, and so we've provided 2 other hardwired ways to connect OverDrive to your car radio. The first is through an audio aux jack. It's a simple connection. People are familiar with it. It'll work for everybody. The other one is by connecting to your car's FM antenna in the same way that SiriusXM and many other products have for many, many years. All this ensures that you will have a high-quality audio experience with OverDrive. Now, if for some reason you don't want to connect it to your car radio, or perhaps you don't have a car that has it, we've provided a very clear, loud, 3-watt speaker in the mount. So you're going to be able to hear those phone calls and even play music if that's what you desire to do. As a comparison, cutting-edge smartphones typically have a 1-watt speaker or a 7/10 watt speaker, something like that. Okay, next let's take a look at the home screen. I'm going to show you the entertainment category, and this is where people will spend a lot of time, the lower right-hand portion of the screen. The first thing you'll notice is we've included an FM radio, and the idea here was to allow people to do everything that they want to do with OverDrive, so they don't have to go back and forth between the device and their car radio. You'll also notice that we have access to Pandora, Spotify, your media player, or whatever other content you want to load here. I have Spotify up and running, so why don't we go and play a short track from Spotify. You and I go. In addition to streaming music, we've provided access to a lot of other content: NPR podcasts, ESPN radio, Sirius XM, and on and on and on, whatever your heart's desire. I happen to really like Sirius XM because it provides access to such a wide variety of content all in one place, and I want to show you that next. There are many channels there. Let's see if we can bring one up. And why don't we go to news, public radio, and we'll listen to CNBC's Closing Bell.
New hairstyle?
Well, you're listening to Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, and there is a reason, because what an insane couple of minutes it's been, just as we tested at...
Okay, you get the idea. Let's go to cameras next, the lower left-hand portion of the screen. We provide a forward-facing dash cam. I think I can bring this up now. And what this does is it captures memories from road trips, or perhaps it simply provides a record of who might be at fault in an accident. You've also seen the forward collision warning that we showed in the video, and we also have an optional backup camera. Our backup camera is much faster than most that are available on the market today. Our responses are around 100 milliseconds, and typically aftermarket devices have a 1, 2, sometimes even 5-second response. So you have to wait for the image to appear when you're backing up. Not the case with our unit. The monitoring tile in the center there on the bottom provides access to several useful things. We've provided user customizable gauge clusters. And in this example, we're providing instant gas mileage, coolant temp, engine horsepower, and percent load on the engine. But we can go well beyond this and provide things like incline and pitch angles of the vehicle, acceleration, braking, and lateral Gs. A lot of stuff is available with this software. This is also where you're going to find the tire pressure monitoring that we provide, the wireless tire pressure monitoring. Not only do we provide pressure, we also provide temperature, which is important to a lot of people, particularly those who trailer. Trailer brakes are known for sticking and getting hot, sometimes causing fires, so we're going to be able to tell drivers about the condition of their trailer. Now, let me show you our navigation category. And while that's coming up, I wanted to say that many of you probably don't know that McNally has been the clear leader in truck navigation since 2009, when we created the category. And we think that the most challenging form of navigation exists within the truck category because it's hard for drivers to turn around an 18-wheeler. And if a professional driver is in traffic at a complex intersection, they never want to lose a connection with the satellite. They need to be told what it is to do. So having mastered the most difficult use case, we're bringing our sophisticated navigation to the masses. First thing I need to do is put it in demo mode. And we'll see if I can remember how to do that. We'll slow her down just a little bit. And first thing I want to point out is it has a familiar, friendly user interface. You see the free-form search bar at the top. You can begin typing in, or you can use your voice to input directions. Here I'm looking for a nearby Starbucks. I type in STA, and it brings up a lot of choices near my car. I can select one of them and navigate to it. If we were to go somewhere a little further away, like Los Angeles from San Diego, where the car is now, I'll type in Los Angeles. It'll find a location, and I'll click Navigate. And it gives a couple of choices. I'm going to take the fastest route and launch navigation.
In 0.2 miles, turn right on Barnes Canyon Road.
So we're all familiar with what's being shown now, but our navigation software is very robust, very complete with a lot of features. The first one I want to show you is something that we call exits ahead. So if you're on a road trip and you want to know if there's gas stations ahead or places to eat or hotels to stay at, we provide that information to you. So here you can see I bring up a list of exits, and I'm going to scroll through and see if I can find one that has a bunch of hotels and different things. And let's try Camp Pendleton. And I select it. You can see what the fuel choices are. You can see what food is available there. You can see what hotels are. We provide you with the phone number to the hotel to call and see if they have vacancies and that sort of thing. That's exits ahead. We also have live data that we provide to drivers. This includes fuel prices and location, weather, and traffic. And the way we do fuel is not just to tell you that you passed a gas station a half a mile back or a mile back. We're going to tell you what fuel options there are on your route and let you navigate to them. We provide weather, both where you are and also at your destination. Maybe that's not such a big deal. But what's cool about what we do is we provide a variety of weather overlays on the map. So you can see what conditions you're in or what you're going to be entering into. About 2 months ago, I was trailering a very tall and a long trailer in very windy conditions. And it was blowing me all over the place, and I wondered whether I should pull over and wait or see when that wind was going to die down. Turned out that I had just about 20 or 30 minutes left of the 25 to 35 mile an hour winds, and I could see that with our wind overlay, which I'm showing you here. So up the coast of California, it doesn't look like there's any wind where the car is right now. You can see in the Central Valley, it's blowing about 10 miles an hour, something like that. So this is a feature you don't find in regular GPS systems. And I'm going to stop there. Let me tell you, we have the most robust, the best navigation software on the market. I hope you'll come by our booth and take a closer look at that. So let me get rid of that for the time being. OverDrive was designed with commuters in mind, for those people who spend anywhere from 20 to 60 minutes twice a day in their cars. So what do people do while they're driving? Well, they make and receive phone calls and text messages. And these two are well handled by OverDrive. So we use our voice-activated system. I'm not going to make a call for you now or make a text. But it's very easy to use. It's very straightforward. You can receive audible text messages. You can respond with your voice. It'll read it back to you, ask if it's what you want to say before it sends it off. Is it capturing what I'm saying? Pretty well? Okay. So that's OverDrive. We think the best products stem from people's passions. At Rand McNally, we have always had a passion to enhance the journey. It is at the core of who we are. This passion, coupled with our love for cars and all the incredible things that are taking place in the market today, led to the creation of OverDrive. So thank you very much, and I'd like to invite all of you to come to our booth in the South Hall to have a closer look at OverDrive. Thanks again.